The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, fellas. Guys, good morning. There is our 8 o'clock bell. James, good morning, good morning, good morning. Fellas, it is Monday, April 25th, last week of April. Chad, good morning. Scott, good morning. Arjan, fellas, good morning. I missed a hell of a day on Friday. I think that's going to continue today. We will see. Sorry about that, Tim. Charles, good morning. Welcome. Guys, if you are here on trial, good morning and welcome. Today is the first day of your trial. Your trials will go until Friday. I sent everyone 2 emails. One, of course, is the trade room link. Jacques, good morning. And by virtue of being here, you obviously received that. The other email that I sent was basically an overview of what you will see in the room, and I'll cover that in a minute. Also, on a daily basis, or at least Monday through Thursday. Morning, Chuck. I had a good weekend, thank you. Monday through Thursday, I will be sending you out a follow-up email with the room video. It is unedited, so that video could be 2.5, maybe 3 hours long. Good morning, Kyle. I try to pause the video, when there's nothing going on, but it'll give you an opportunity to go back through and see bot trades and, of course, order flow suggestions. The bots totals will always be done at 11 a.m. So if you don't want to watch that video again, you can or watch the room again, essentially, you can fast forward to 11. So coming into the morning, just for you guys that are here on trial and for my newer members, of which we have a number in the last week, there are 3 robots that begin trading at 6 a.m. Okay, that's Eastern time. One is gold. Gold has not taken a trade today. We missed it we missed it by about 12 minutes. So there's been no trade in gold. The other is the ES, begins trading at 6 a.m. And this has been in shorts probably since Friday, but no trades in the ES. And the last is the NASDAQ, which has had a winning first trade for about $1,400 and is now in a long, but looks like the long is going to fail. Good morning, Deepak. So we'll see. If my sense is we're going to head at least down to 190. Now that could be 20 minutes from now or 2 minutes from now. But those 3 bots have already begun to trade. Next to come online will be crude. Crude will begin trading at 8:55 a.m., just ahead of the energy pit open. And last but not least will be the Russell, which will begin to trade at 9:30. So those are the 5 bots that you will see. We do have settings for the YM. I do not trade the YM. We do have settings for 30-year bond, ZB. I do not have that running simply because of screen space. In any event, good morning and welcome. Those of you, we do have some folks that are here on trial from the webinar that I did last week. I invited you guys in. I hope you enjoy the week. If you have questions throughout the week, there is a chat box. You should see a chat. Please feel free to put any questions you might have in chat, and I will respond. If it's something that's pertinent, whether it's a member or a trial, if it's pertinent to the group, I'll read the question and then respond to the question. In any event, we're here. Let me quickly read the disclaimer. We'll look at some charts and see where we're probably headed. Last I looked, Europe was down 2%, so I can't imagine that we're headed long. U.S. government required disclaimer. Futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them. In order to invest in the futures and options markets, do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. Last but not least, past performance is not indicative of future results. The fact that I may or may not be in a trade does not lend more or less credence to any trade. Please trade according to your own accounts. Please trade according to your tolerance for risk. Today promises to be fairly volatile. Those of you guys that are trading funded accounts or going through the combine, I suggest that you trade a little bit smaller. Trade as you see fit, but promises to be a fairly volatile session. All right, let's look at some charts. ES is moving towards second target at 54 ticks, 54. So what, 13 handles? 14 handles? No, my VWAP is not based on number of candles. Our second target hit and filled on the NASDAQ. So a little over $1,000 on the runner. That trade is concluded. ES pushing that 45.50 line in the sand. Looks like we might trade up to 55. NASDAQ negative delta, now down below 200. Now that's, Matt, that's daily VWAP. That is not based on candles. Yang, Chinese stocks sink on COVID lockdown in Beijing. Twitter gains on market deal with Musk. Coca-Cola smashes organic sales expectations. Penn National Gaming rallies after Morgan Stanley turns bullish. Some little stock news. Second target filled. Second target hit and filled on the ES. So we got targets 1 and 2 on both the NASDAQ. I'm getting ready to take my breakfast break. I'll give you guys just a quick overview here before I go to breakfast. So the NASDAQ this morning started out with its first trade at 639. Was up $1,400 after hitting target 2. Okay, targets 1 and 2. Trade number 2, which took place at 739, flopped into a short, generating a loss, right? And then flopped back into a long, generating a second loss. So you had a losing trade here, a losing trade here, and another winning trade to second target. Okay? VES, which I showed you, only had the one trade and has gone to targets 1 and 2. I only trade the targets 1 and 2. On the Russell, I trade targets 1, 2, and 3. Everything else I trade targets 1 and 2. So we went from up 1,400 to down, and this is where I'm going to breakfast, up to 57.50. Okay, so back green. NASDAQ's a little sloppy this morning. I will be back, fellas, in about Hey, Jeff. Okay, fellas. Any questions from trials? Bot is up just under 1,000 now. And gold looks like it's going to go long in 33 seconds, which I'm not crazy about, but we do need a retracement. Back up to about 650 net negative delta on NASDAQ. We're going to get a pullback. All right. So gold is, I don't know why this didn't set. Gold is now long on the bot. Trade number 1 on gold. I can't say I'm gassed about it, but so the only thing that hasn't traded today, how far am I from Snellsville, Georgia? I don't know. I don't know where Snellsville is. I can tell you. I'll Google it. Two hours, 140 miles. 140 miles. Why, Don? Support here. Russell is short on the bot. We're going up, fellas. We're going up. We're going up. First target filled, Russell bot. $400 net sellers, just over. Target 2 filled, Russell bought. They hit him here again, 87.5. You got a seller here as well at 89.5. I think up, fellas. There we go. If anybody is long your target 1, you can take 22. 22 for a target 1. We got 21.25. 22 is what I have as target 1. Obviously, always trade as you see fit, but I have 22. This opening candle is ginormous. Back into VWAP. Watch a break of that 65. We're still into support down here, guys. We're still into support. We have support all the way down to 53. I'm not really looking for shorts unless we break 53. Watch your candle close below VWAP. Hourlies want short. Small time frame is going to roll. Small time frame is going to roll. Russell coming down, trying to get to that third target. It's like you're a pain in the ass. There's your first target if you guys stayed with the trade. Block buyers here. Out on Russell, targets 1 and 2 only. All right, now we've turned up hourlies. We've turned up hourlies. Got a gap to fill here on the cash. Nice job, Lori. All right, fellas. Small positive delta. Here comes the high of the day, and we'll probably rip it. Going to trade to 500 today. NASDAQ's going to trade 500. We just ripped it. We got to get above 70. We go 400. All right, guys, I'm about done today with Apex. Here's what I've done on Apex. Okay. So bear with me one. I offered that trade at 44 with a 54 stop. You got 10 handles and then some. Anyone take that trade? Okay, a bunch of you. Nice. Got to get out of this consolidation crap here, fellas. Small negative delta, nothing. We're coming, looks like back to VWAP. And we bounce. All right, buyers back in. And we have a bot trade now on Russell as well. Gold's going to go to a loss. Gold is just chunking around. Above 05, it could get to 10. Loss on the Russell. Close below VWAP. And I missed a trade screwing around with the bots. Short NASDAQ. I'm going to short NASDAQ. All right, I shorted NASDAQ. First target is 10 handles. Target 1 is filled, NASDAQ. Target 1 is filled. Watch a break of this year, guys. 53. There you go. Next target down about 44, 45. Come on. Got your 44, 45. This could act as some support here, so watch your runner if you have a runner on, right? We're holding one standard deviation or the 68%. We're breaking below. Come on, break it. Bid down here at 37.75. There we go, fellas. Trade them as you see fit, guys. My target now is 28. Below that, 200. 28 and then 200. ES failed miserably at 4,500 and is now going to trade 42.05. ES will trade 42.05. Up to 1,100, almost 50 net sellers. Now over 1,150. Big seller at the point of control. Hit him again. Trade the runner as you see fit, guys. I'm hoping for a complete break. All right, NASDAQ shorted on the bot. Why is my trail on? We broke the bottom of the 10-minute cloud. We're pressing it now, I suspect, on the next 10-minute bar. In just under a minute, this will break down. Again, trade as you see fit, guys. First target's hit. I used a generic ATM of 10 handles. That's off. We'll look for another trade. Man, they bought them all right back. All right, next long, guys, is 31.50, 31 half on the long, 31 half. Oh, all right, there's another 10 handles. Probably trade 47. There we go. That draw come out. Done. You guys good? Able to keep up? NASDAQ is killing itself like it did 2 weeks ago Monday. I told you guys this morning this would be volatile. Big earnings week this week as well. All right, guys, I'm going to take a long here. I'm late. Way late. Way late. Come on, NASDAQ. Russell got 2 targets. NASDAQ, this is support 5, 6, 7. And I'll be done with this trade in 1 second, guys. Get up there. We do have a positive delta. I'm out. I'm out. Russell got all 3 targets on that trade. ES is going to short on the bot in 4 minutes. Now we got to close below VWAP again. Nice job, Frank. We failed yesterday's close. ES is holding value area low. Look, right back up. Man, I'll tell you. I'm going to take this again. Hang on 1 second, guys. Same spot, fellas. We came right back to the same spot. Delta's increasing over 500. We got buyers. It's this small time frame that's jacking us. Hourly is green. We're trying to push up. It's the small time frame that's stuck. All right, we've got a couple bot trades, guys. Short on gold. All right, Jeff, see you. See you tomorrow. All right, David, see you tomorrow. Nice job. NASDAQ doesn't know if it wants up or down. Guys, this is a tough trade. I'll sell it on a close below VWAP or buy it on a move here above. I got to get above 53 or a close below VWAP. Still no close. There it is. Holding the bottom of the cloud, 10-minute. I don't think it holds through 10 o'clock. Guys, I can get you a trade. We just can't get a runaway. You want $400 or $500? Take your risk off. $600? Take it off. Yeah, I think we're going to 4,200 on the ES. I told you, look, I gave the trade, guys. I gave the trade on the ES at 44. When we got down to target, I said we're coming to 42.05. Then we're coming 41.95. I mean, 4,200, it's 12 handles away. Is that a stretch? Russia sees no point in a ceasefire in the Ukraine at the moment. Yeah. Jesus, this market is just bananas. Bananas. From up 1,400 back to 600. Bananas. On what? Gold. Gold got target one. I'm looking for the day low, fellas. I'm looking for the day low. But trade them as you see fit. I mean, it's giving money, right? And then back up, back down. I don't think that this stays here long. Dow's down 400. We do have a gap here in the cash. Come on, break. We still have we have a delta that's just insignificant. I can get you a nice trade here, fellas. I just can't. It just will not break one standard deviation or the 68. It won't break. If it breaks, it's going to be, I think, a free fall. down to 225. ECB's Panetta, we must bring crypto assets into regulatory purview. Got to protect those investors. Bunch of clowns. Come on, sell off. Guys, we've got several bot trades. We have 4. We have gold short, which has first target already, working towards second. I have a crude long, which I showed you guys, hasn't done anything. We have an ES short, and we have a NASDAQ short. Come on, NASDAQ, breakdown. Guys, this breaks down completely below 230. NASDAQ below 230, 232. Crypto assets are bringing about instability and insecurity, creating the Wild West. Right back up. So for those of you guys that are on trial, and I talked about this when I did my trial with Online Trader Central, 12,980. 2 weeks ago on a Monday, the bot lost 4,100. We had a draw of 4,100. Not last week, but the prior week. And we finished up 6,600 in a week where we didn't trade that Friday because it was Good Friday. So today is shaping up to be a similar down day. Come on, break down below 32 and just get killed. Go kill yourself. Below 32, it kills itself. Maybe once we get rid of Europe in an hour and a half. First, we've got to get below 45, and we should work to that 32. Trade them as you see fit, guys. Trade them as you see fit. I mean, it's given a decent trade. It just won't break down. Now it may. Jeez, come on. So close. I don't think it hangs, guys. I really don't. But again, trade them as you see fit. What a rat bag. This could push back up to 01. Could. So we know what our floor is, 46. This is going back to 01. There it is, almost. All right, this is where I got to get out of here. Right about here. It's got to fail here for me. Out. I'm out. I'm out. Trade gave 1,600, guys. Just didn't break down. Now we're going to trade back to 53. Next 10-minute bar now could take it to 53. If we break above 68, we're going 400. NASDAQ is killing itself. Same thing it did a week ago or 2 weeks ago. This is how bananas this market is. We just got a second target at 107 handles. That's a $2,500 runner. Yes, the education will be recorded. Yeah, I mean, this market today is bananas. I mean, that brought it down to $9 grand, 92.50. Just need 3 more of those. Not going to get it. Yeah, NASDAQ did this to us a couple of weeks ago, but it was nowhere near as egregious as it is today. And I can figure it out when we're done where we'd be without the NASDAQ. It's the NASDAQ that's responsible for most of this. Gold has had 2 winners. Russell's had 3 winners out of 4 trades. ES is split, 1 winner out of 2 trades. Gold is 2 winners out of 5. I think it's 5. 2, 3, 4. 2 for 4. It's split. It's NASDAQ. Here we go. We're trading up to 65 and 91. ES looks like 57. We've got to get above 50. We can actually, if we can get above, which that's probably the high of the day, if we can get above here, we could trade back to 42.80. Caleb. I missed a hell of a trade at 68 long. Let me take a look at the VIX just out of curiosity. VIX futures, It's up 0.7% at 28.18. VIX cash is up 4% at 29.40. $2,500 net buyers, fellas. 2,500. $13.6 million in IWM put premiums at the ask for today. I'm watching IWM for a bounce higher so I can buy puts. I'm not buying them here, but I want puts. I mean, we could bounce all the way back on IWM to 200 and change. That's the 100-day moving average. Hang on one second, guys. So here are the bot trades for the Russell. The Russell today had 4 trades with 3 winners. Trade number 1 was at 931. First and second targets hit and filled. Trade number 2 at 943 was a losing trade. Trade number 3 at 952, all 3 targets hit. And then trade number 4 at 1012, first and second targets only. First and second targets only. That was the easy one. Crude is pretty straightforward as well today. Trade number 1 at 909. First and second targets for me actually hit third target at 104 ticks. Trade number 2 at 957 reversed into a short, was a losing trade here, reversed into a short and got first target only. Trade number 4 went long, and then on that news with China just reversed into a short, and we'll see if we get targets here. So crude, as of right now, is 1 for 3, 2 winners and a loser, and 2 losers so far. So we'll see what we get on this last trade. ES, trade number 1 at 8:30 was a winner, first and second targets, and then trade number 2 at 10 o'clock was a short. It went into the trailing stop and is now almost back to what was the entry, which looks like it may come down to that entry. Last but not least is the one instrument which obviously it's the highest grossing instrument we have. It makes more money than any other. It also tends to can have the most draw, right? Trade number 1 at 6:39 this morning went to first and second targets. So the bot, when we came into the room, was up 1,400. Now, some of you may have stopped trading at that point. One trade up 1,400 bucks. And then we went into this period of chop. At 7:39, we took a long. At 8:18, it flopped into a short, and then immediately at 8:21, 3 minutes later, went into a long. So we have a winning trade, a losing trade, a losing trade, and another winning trade. So at this point, we're down, but we're not down anything much. Trade number 5 at 9:48 immediately flips into a long, which is trade number 6. So that's a losing trade, the short. This is trade number 6. Okay? Which immediately flips back into a short, virtually at the same place as the prior short. That is trade number 7. And then which flips into a long, which actually goes to targets. Eight trades on the bot today, guys. I mean, that's unconscionable. Last week for the entire week, the NASDAQ took 15 trades. It took better than half of that today. Again, there's obviously always going to be outliers and anomalies. On the session, the bot is down $10,490. I will still put up this video. I will still send it out. When the bot, last week the bot did 10,727 for the week. Did we eclipse that 10,490? So we didn't give back last week, but we gave back most of it. It was a tough trade. Tough trade. I don't make any excuses. The only thing that may change that marginally is going to be the conclusion of this trade on crude. So as of this moment, the bot is down $10,490. That could change by 560, almost $1,100. Well, you had a great week last week. Guys, listen, you know what? It's going to happen. We've never seen it. This is the biggest losing trade day we've ever had. And, again, over the last 41 weeks, we're up 186,000. So if you were trading for the last 41 weeks with the bot, you say, well, okay, so what? Is what it is. If you started trading today, you go, holy shnikes, what the hell? So it's all perspective. I accept, and I'll send out an email. Outlining that this thing lost 10 grand today. Because I sure as hell send the emails when it makes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 for the day or 10,000 for the week. Ugly trade. Brutal on the bots. For my 1 o'clock guys, I'll see you in 2 hours. Yeah, listen, man, I take everything with a grain of salt. For the rest of you guys, I will see all of